Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 6, and it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, and the Lord there in all caps is Yahweh, keep not silent. We're going to consistently and perpetually be talking about these things, taking life and filtering it through the scriptures. This is what the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17 says. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, we are that house. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and these warnings are for us. Continuing on, therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. This information I'm about to divulge and they'll go over, it's not only for you, but it's for me first and foremost, because we all have to get our minds prepared for what's going to occur, not only around the world, but here in America, aka Babylon the Great, because as is outlined in the scriptures, we all have to enter in through that straight gate, that hour of trial, that hour of temptation. This is why Yahweh Shai mentioned this during his ministry in Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and what? Pray. I'm going to read it again. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Let me come out of this here, right? I posed a question to Google, and just loosely paraphrasing, I asked Google, is the Federal Reserve looking for ways to implement the Cbdc? And the answer, as you can see here on the screen, is an emphatic yes. Now, I won't read all of this, but I will grab various points, and hopefully through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, it is edifying. Now, it states this. Yes, the Federal Reserve is researching the potential benefits and risk of a central bank digital currency, which is the CBDC. Now, I want to stop right there because I don't want to assume that the listener knows what the Federal Reserve is. Now, the Federal Reserve, in short, they control all the money here in America, aka Babylon the Great. Just a quick overview, and I won't read all of this again, just want to get to the point. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States. It was established in 1913 to manage the banking system and the money supply. Continuing on, the Federal Reserve's goal includes promoting employment, stable prices, and a sound financial system. Listen to the question it poses here. How does the Federal Reserve operate? The Federal Reserve System includes the Board of Governors in Washington, D.C., and 12 Federal Reserve banks across the country. Here's the point. The Federal Reserve uses monetary policy tools like interest rates, reserve requirements, and the open market operations to control the money supply. So you have to consider if the Federal Reserve is thinking of, and let me be clear, all prophecies, and they're going to implement this because all roads lead to the M.O.T.B, all right? So this is just, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, okay? Now, I want to grab a few bullet points here because it tells us this. This is what's going to happen when they implement this. Because first it's going to be the CBDC, and then it's going to lead to the mandatory implementation of the M.O.T.B. Now look what it's going to improve. It's going to improve the U.S. payment system. If you look further down, it states it's going to provide a convenient electronic form of money. Look at what else it does. It supports faster and cheaper payments, expand consumer access to a financial system, and lastly, what does it state there? Provide a safe digital option, right? Now, if you're unawares, MasterCard, how did I knock that off? Let me put that back. Now, MasterCard, they just implemented this payment method as to where you can scan your face and or your hand, right? You can scan your face and or your hand. If you can't see that this is Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse on down coming into fruition, then I dare to say that the Spirit isn't working with you, all right? It's happening literally right in front of our very eyes. Now, Let me see if it gives me any photos, any examples of what have you. No, it doesn't, right? Well, there's one guy scanning his face, right? But let me come out of this. Let me read this very quickly. And again, you can look more into this in your own time. It says, yes, MasterCard has developed technology that will let you use your face or your hand to pay in stores. And if MasterCard is implementing it, then all these other credit and or debit card companies are going to implement it too as well, all right? Continuing on, the technology is a part of MasterCard's biometric payment system. Listen to the benefits here, right? And of course, it gives you how it works. You got to, enroll into that whole process there. But I want to talk about the benefits because the M.O.T.B is going to be marketed the same way. It states the benefits are speed, security, and convenience. It helps you skip lines to get through checkout faster. Uses biometrics to verify your identity and protect against fraud. And lastly, the convenience of it all, right? It states uses your face and hand instead of swiping your card. If that's not the M.O.T.B in the banking, I don't know what is, man. Let me come out of this here. Let's get right back to the scriptures, right? Okay? And pardon me for 1 second because you need to know what the Cbdc is, all right? Now, it states here in this portion of this article, what is the Cbdc? What is the central bank digital currency? A central bank digital currency is a form of digital currency issued by a country's central bank. It is similar to cryptocurrencies, except that its value is fixed by the central bank and is equivalent to the country's fiat currency. And why is this important to you? Because what they're not telling you is that they can turn this money off. Okay? All right? Now let's come out of this here. Okay? Now let's grab, knowing all of this, this is where 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 comes into place. It tells us this, lest Satan, and the word Satan means what? The deceiver. Who's the deceiver on the earth? Esau, Edom, the elites, the Edomites. Lest Satan should get what? An advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now I want to go into that word devices very quickly here in the blue letter, right? That's the scripture there. And I want to go down to the word devices. And what does it give us? It gives us, let's get the definition here. Let me see if the word will play.
Strong's G 3540,
Naima, right? Devices means a mental perception or thought, but also it means what? An evil purpose. You see that? And through the Spirit, we are not ignorant of this devil's purpose, all right? Because all of these prophecies have to be fulfilled. This is going to come into fruition here. And that's the information that I wanted to share because we all have to be privy to what the hell is going on through the Spirit. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom Akim.